Exercise 1112 is about doing some key ratios where we're looking at income, cash, assets, and probably the most common is return on assets. The thing you have to keep in mind is that an income statement gives you a single number over a period of time. A balance sheet, total assets, gives you a number as of a point in time. So it's not real good to take an income statement number and compare it to a balance sheet number. If at all possible, take your income statement number, and they give us that. They tell us our net income was $66,020, and these answers are in millions, so you got to add some zeros to the end of that. Then we have to find our average assets. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our beginning assets, 41,768, plus our ending assets, 50,497. Add those together, divide by 2, and we come up with our average assets of 46,132. And we'll use that number quite a few more times. Well, do the division, and you find that 6620 divided by 46,132 is 0.14350, or 14.3%. So our return on assets is about 14.3%. The next asks us to compare our operating cash flow, which is a statement of cash flow number, okay? And compare that to our average total assets. So when we do that, we take our operating cash flow of 9326. They give us that number, but we would have to get that from the statement of cash flows. And we would again divide by the same average assets, 46,132. And that tells us that our average cash return on assets is 0.20215, or 20.2%. Again, the important thing here is knowing and remembering that when you're looking at a balance sheet number and an income statement number, you have to take the average balance sheet number. That's beginning and end. We have a couple more they want us to do. Cash flow to sales, which is a way of saying for every dollar in sales, how much does that contribute to our operating cash flows? So again, we're going to take our operating cash flows that they gave us of 9,326, and again, keep in mind these are in millions, and we're going to divide that by our net sales. Now that's an income statement number. The cash flow is at the end of the period, so we can use just the number. We don't have to adjust it or manipulate it in any way. They tell us that the net sales are 24,651. Do the division, and you find that we come up with 378,321, or 37.8%. That tells us that for every dollar of net sales, we generate on average about 37.8% of operating cash. And the last thing it asks us to do is asset turnover, and we're going to take a look at our net sales, which is this number, 24,651 millions, divide by our average total assets, and that's this number, the one we've been using right along, 46,132 millions, and that comes to 0.5343, or 0.5 times this is a turnover ratio, so that says we turn over all of our assets about a half a time per year, or every 2 years we turn over our total asset base.